about Easter and I'm recording this, and I suppose it makes some sort of appropriate sense. Right then. Goodness, I really need to put my glasses on before I start recording in the future. What's that? Oh, booting game. I do apologise. I thought that said biological game at first. That would be a bit strange if we played a game made of leaves and tissue and stuff. That would be rather strange. Do I need to do something? Do I need to contribute? I can't crash the game. The tragic events of that day still intrigue not only the FBI, but the whole country, as it has become one of the most bizarre cases that has never been solved. There are reports of people who say they hear deafening screams just going near the place. Colorado, 1979. Why does your family have a house here in the middle of nowhere? I think it belonged to my great-grandfather. The oldish man bought this house at auction a long time ago. My family never managed to sell it, and it's been abandoned for some years, so now it's mine. Of course, this house is falling apart. How old is it? Relax, the furniture is almost new. I can't believe I left my aerobics class for this. The faces are a little overly realistic for the low poly nature of everything else. Kitty Hunt. It's just the way his mouth curves up in a demonic grin that rather freaks me out. Nobody in my family wants this house. We can do whatever we want here. Nobody will care if we break something, have a party, or even demolish it. Okay, you've convinced me. Ashley and I will go in and have a look around. Dear, oh dear, oh dear. I'm excited for today. I've always had a crush on Scott. He just recently broke up with my friend Sarah, so I don't want to be a douchebag. Such an American word. I only came on this trip because Ashley didn't want to be the only girl here. I better hurry up and get my backpack out of the van. Right then. So yes, good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to this little game called The House. That's a bit demonic. Alright then, never mind. Yeah, so welcome to this little game called The House, which I don't know very much information about, but apparently people were speaking quite highly of it, so that seems a good sign. I can't open it. Maybe Scott can help. Maybe, yes, with his big, long chimpanzee arms, possibly you can help. I will check the tires before I park the van near the house, and you can go on ahead. Here is your backpack. You can put it in the bedroom on the second floor. Thank you, and thank you for putting it on me as well. Can I run? Yes, I can. Can I run the hell away from this crackpot place? No, I can't. May I ask, exactly, just how fat do you think we all are if you need to park the van all the way up here so that we have to lug, literally, all our luggage all the way up here towards this house I can't even see yet? Nice, I like that. How about just once in a blue moon, mate, you actually park the car by the front door? You know, like a reasonable chauffeur. Okay then, here is this house with its wonky little chimney. And by wonky little chimney, I mean wonky enormous chimney. Crying out loud. Alright, this is quite nice. I quite like this. Ah, yes, very nice little art style indeed. What do we have here? We have... Oh, I think it's the, it's like the scoopy bucket thing of a bulldozer or something. I thought it was, or a digger more specifically. I thought it was a little mine cart. It seems to be a piece of an excavator. Indeed. What about this little shed and dead bodies in here? I've heard many good things about finding dead bodies in here. There is a little bucket, I believe. Little bucket? I don't need a bucket. No. At least it seems to be a competent bucket. Well, at least we know it's here if we need it later. I must admit, I mistook these little bits of grass on the floor. At least that's what I think they are. I mistook them for big scratches on the floor at first, but I don't think that's the reality of the situation. There is a little back door that we can go through. I've also noticed there's no windows. Maybe that's why they couldn't sell it. Maybe it was built in that era. Oh, there is one. No, I stand corrected. There's a whole 2 windows. I say, aren't we in the lap of luxury? Can I go this way? Can I go and meet a bunny rabbit or whatever it is that you can meet in the woods in America? To be honest, what on earth is that? Oh, it's a bit of this plant. I do sincerely apologise. There was some massive fly. No, it's not a massive fly. It's just a bit of a frond. Oh, there's a little well for obtaining water. That presumably means we don't have any running plumbing. There must be some bucket around the house. Oh, now you realise you need the bucket. Sorry, madam, I didn't mean to stick my face in that particular zone accidentally. Didn't mean to do it intentionally either, for that matter. But that isn't the point. The point is that there's a load of starfish stuck in this tree. Alright, what's this? This is a big wrecking ball. A wrecking ball. I think somebody was using this place as a disposal area when the house was abandoned. Indeed. Goodness. Yeah, it seems like they've been dumping all sorts of industrial bits and bobs and leaving them here to rot. Alright, well, we're going to do something with your afternoon, I suppose. Speaking of things to do with your afternoon, we should probably go inside and have a little sit down. I am a bit tuckered. Alrighty then. This actually doesn't seem half as dilapidated as I thought it was. You know, this is better than some council estates I've seen. March 6th, 1944. Missing Noah Campbell. 2 days ago, the 17-year-old boy Noah Campbell was hunting with his father when he disappeared in the woods. Today, the police found the boy's blood and a piece of his trousers in an area known to be inhabited by mountain lions. The boy's body was not found at the scene, indicating the boy managed to escape the attack or had been wholly eaten by said mountain lion. Indeed. How do I come away from this? With escape, right. This game uses lots of different controls for stuff. When you want to interact with something, you press E, but when you want to continue the dialogue, you click, and when you want to come out of something, you press escape. It's very confusing. It's empty, but at least it means we must have electricity, if nothing else, so things could be worse. There is a door. It is very dark in there. Yes, that's because you haven't opened the door yet, but never mind. If you open the door, and we put some frickin' windows in this place, maybe things would get a little bit better. Alright then. Before we go over and speak to our compadre over there, does this take me outside? No, this takes me to the second part of the house. What do we have in here? A little sitting room? This door is locked. Well, isn't that a tragedy? I should put my things away first. Well, you could have said that about that door as well, but never mind. Presumably this is the one that takes us outside. Yes, yes indeed. Alright then. Let us go and speak to our red-jacketed friend over here. We have a fireplace to stay warm. Hello, friend. Kitty yawns. This place doesn't look so bad. Ashley must be in the bedroom upstairs putting her things away. Yeah, to be honest, it's not as bad as I thought it would be. And here is what I presume is a plastic plant, because if nobody's been here in decades, then there's been nobody here to water it, and there's also no windows, dare I mention that again. So there's no sunlight. I don't need to light the fireplace now, but you might need to do that later. And here is a picture of a small child with a rather severe headache. But never mind. I know how she feels sometimes after playing certain games. But never mind any of that rubbish. Can I interact with any of this? Read any of the old-fashioned books or anything? No? Alright then. I should put my things away first. Okay, you really, really do not want me to go into that room. I don't know what that room is, but we will find out later. Hopefully, probably. Alrighty then. I have no idea which bedroom is mine. I'm going to hope it's this one, because this one might have a window in it. No, no. Is it this one? I should put my things away first. And if only you tell me which one we're supposed to be going in, then maybe I'll be able to figure that out. Hello, friend. Oh, are we sharing a room? Are we bunkmates? Put your stuff on the other bed. I'm going downstairs to drink some water. Okay, I shall put my things here. Indeed. Plop. Now I can meet everyone downstairs. Kitty. They're a discreet sort, aren't they? Can I go rummaging through their things? Kitty, this room's a bit bare bones, isn't it? Kitty, never mind. Let's see, before we do go downstairs, if I can access any of these other rooms. This door is also locked. Alright, anything over here? This door is also locked. Kitty, aren't they? We're very conscious about the security, given the fact that there's nothing in this place worth stealing. What do we have here? This is probably the boys' bedroom. We collected a key. I think I have an inventory as well. Indeed. Okay, I can't examine the key if it says a key to a shed or something. Honourable discharge. This is to certify that Henry F. Smith, Medical Research Department, Army of the United States, is hereby honourably discharged from military service of the United States of America. This certificate is awarded as a testimonial of Homestand faithful service to his country. I have no idea what homestand means. September 13th, 1943. Okay. Interesting. That's odd, because 1943 was, of course, 1943 was right in the middle of when the United States was involved in World War II. So I find that a little bit surprising that they would be discharging people at that point, unless it was like a medical problem, like and he was no longer able to fight or have a non-combat role. Then that seems a little unlikely, because I would have imagined at the time that the United States would have been trying to bolster their numbers as much as possible. This may come in useful. Oh, it is a flashlight. I thought it was a compass. Just old radio. At least we can listen to some banging tunes. Well, actually, they will literally be banging tunes if this is 1979, but never mind. Let's not get involved in that. Let's just wonder where everyone has gone. There's a lamp here. Are they having dinner? No, they're not having dinner. Have they gone into this room that I wasn't allowed into earlier? Get out. The lack of windows is objectionable. The lack of chairs is objectionable. But the wallpaper is just abominable. Now, where under the sun have my friends gone? This door is still locked. Oh, I still have that key, don't I? Could I perhaps use that key? Hello again, friend. Oh yes, you went down for water, did you not? I had forgotten. This is very dark and spooky. Do I have the light? I do have the light. That is good. There's washing machine. Good. Which, yeah. This is less good. Which does, again, imply we have running water. I don't exactly plan on filling up this washing machine from the well. Hi, friend. You're a bit spooky. Oh, dear, oh, dear, oh, dear. This isn't boding well, is it? I mean, it's an indie horror game. What did you expect? Here are some batteries. These might come in handy for powering up the flashlight when it inevitably runs out. Let's have a little read of this. Rebuilding brain tissue seemed crazy at first, and it still seems crazy even a few seconds later. I have worked with this all my life, and now they discard me like an animal. I served so much time, so many secrets, so many deaths. They forced me to sign a confidentiality document, so all of my work, my life story, stayed in the army. Is that the, what was his name, Henry F. Smith? That they were talking about discharging? Perhaps they discharged him because he was a crackpot trying to glue people's brains back together. Which sounds like a laudable goal, but I don't think anyone will ever really succeed in it. Not in this century, anyway. Is this a cupboard? I think so, but I don't seem to be able to open it. Anything else? There's multiple boxes, but there's not a great deal else. Okay, then. What is through this door? This door is locked. Alright, that seems a bit of a running theme, but, alright then. That was interesting, and only slightly traumatic. Hello, friend! I have had... I feel dizzy. I must be dehydrated. I didn't need your quite literal headlamps in my face, but never mind. What happened with the light? Exactly? Did I have some sort of small episode? Okay. Dear friend, I seem to be having a bit of a pickle. The tap doesn't work. Can you go outside and ask Stock to fix it? We have renamed him Stock. Alright. I doubt that's going to work. We're going to have to probably make use of the well. Seems odd that there would be a well here at all if there was actually functional plumbing. But never mind. We are in need of assistance, friend. There seem to be problems with the plumbing, and the taps don't work. Brian told me we are going to the next town to buy some drinks and something to eat. I will call the plumber as soon as I get there. We have to shake this place up. Did you bring a radio? This is a very old house. There's probably a radio somewhere. Can you and Ashley look for it while we do the shopping? Certainly. I don't know where it is as well. And just like that, they vamoose. How am I doing that exactly? How am I keeping that flashlight there exactly? Right. That's feminine ability I didn't understand. I didn't realise it was an ability that you had. But all right. I admire it, even if I don't understand it. Alright then, let's run back upstairs and get the radio before I get myself into any more trouble. Where is Ashley? I do not know. Has she vamoosed? She probably has. Alright, since I can't be asked to search for her, I'm going to look for that radio first and foremost and see if I can find it. Here's the radio. Here is the radio. I'd better take this downstairs. Indeed. Man alive. Remember radios were the size of a jukebox? I mean, a briefcase. That would be a very large radio. I mean, some jukeboxes did have radios in them, but that isn't the point. Maybe she went for a sleep? She go for a lie down? No. No, she did not. Alright, that's understandable. I mean, it is only the middle of the day. Where do I want to put the radio? Where are we going to chill exactly? Probably in there where we have the fire to keep us warm. But, oh, kitty yard. Why are you all so freaking creepy? Put on? I mean put down, but never mind. It's not working. It seems the batteries are missing. If only I had some batteries. Right, I don't think that's how they work, but never mind, if it makes you happy. I'll ask Ashley if she bought a water bottle. So creepy face. Did you bring any water bottles? No, I wouldn't have thought that this dump wouldn't have plumbing. I'm not feeling very well. I'm a little dizzy. If I know Brian and Scott well, they won't bring anything non-alcoholic to drink. There is a well next to the house. Go there to drink some water. If it gets worse, you can go to the hospital. I'm sure it's nothing serious. I'm going there now. Yes, indeed. Probably just a little dehydration, and many can... I came round there, and I just saw, like, that much of the banister, and for some bizarre reason, I thought it was somebody's outstretched knee. But never mind. That would be a bit weird. Yes, several cans of student-priced lager is probably not going to do much for your old hydration levels. Is it just me, or is it getting a little bit darker? Might just keep the light on for no particularly good reason. Right. We shall go scampering, like somebody on Little House of the Prairie, to go and get our water from the well, so that we can have a little drink. To be honest, I don't know if I'd trust water from a well that probably hasn't been touched in about 50 years. I feel like it's probably had a lot of things fall into it. I mean, wells just go straight down, so surely, like, birds flying overhead must, leave little messages, shall we say, in there. And, like, dust and dirt and stuff must fall in. I guess that's why some of them have little sort of canopies over the top to protect them, perhaps. Perhaps that is the solution to my confusion. Right then. Oh, there's a key. How fortuitous. It seems the bucket came with a little present. Indeed. I'll have this, please. I have collected the key. Have I also had a drink or not? Because I don't want to go back unhydrated. Does this say any... No, again, it just says key. It does not say where it goes to. Alright. I'm very much enjoying this so far. It's taking quite a slow burn. He says, as it suddenly bursts into flames. It seems to be taking a slightly slower burn in terms of actually getting going and beginning. So I enjoy that very much. All right, can we go through here? This is still locked. All right, can we speak to Ashley and inform her of my new levels of hydration? I found this key in the well. Try to look for where it fits. Maybe you'll find something valuable in the house, such as buried treasure. Well, I mean, it wouldn't be buried because, it's in a house, It would be more like secreted treasure, but never mind. That isn't the point. Maybe it goes to the basement? But I feel like that's probably going to be one of the last keys that we get. Ah, yes, here we go. It goes to here. Or some boxes. This place is empty. I expected something more interesting. Oh, goodness. Is there nothing in these boxes? Amazon delivery parcels that we can observe. Seems like Scott's great-grandfather was a bit of a, what do you call it, a porch pirate? Is that the phrase? We are back! Finally, you are here. What took you? They were gone like 4 minutes. Calm down. We incurred unforeseen problems. I had to call the plumber, who can only come tomorrow morning. But we brought drinks. Did you find the radio? Yes, it was in one of the rooms on the second floor. Well, what are we waiting for? Let us begin with merriment. Don't judge them too harshly. In 1979, we didn't have mobile phones, we didn't have games consoles, we barely had computers, and, this was it, really. Do I have to join in with this? Must I contribute to this? You are dancing very hard, because you are sweating round the neck, my friend. May I converse with you? What are you waiting for? Come and dance with us. I don't know how to dance. Seriously, I don't even know how to dance a waltz, for crying out loud. This music is cool. It sounds generic enough to not be copyrighted, and for that I'm grateful. Would you... He looks like he's churning milk or something. with like a big stick, when you kind of turn the stick around. Well, nobody actually does that anymore, but you sort of turn the stick around in the milk churn to actually make the stuff. Do you like my and actually no, I've just been standing here for 30 seconds criticizing them, but never mind. Oh, the 70s. I'm so glad I wasn't like, did someone just get shot? Goodness, the dancing was bad, but it didn't merit execution. Oh no, everyone's fine. Also, why are there little toilet rolls here? I do not understand these things. What under the sun was that noise? This is still locked. You heard that, right? I'm not sure going insane. It sounded like it came off to the right, but my surround sound system isn't very reliable, so, oh, giddy on, either it's camera for crying out loud. So it may have actually been coming from the left. It's a little difficult to know. Did it come from down here? Potentially. I don't see anything. This is still locked, one presumes. Indeed it is. Perhaps it came from upstairs. Perhaps something fell over. Perhaps those little heap of boxes tumbled and created a noise. I don't know. If I could ever get up the stairs, which would be a small miracle. We'll see what we can find. No, everything seems to be above board here. Along with more horrifically graphic wallpaper. Anything in here? Oh, that little noise was the local wrecking ball company beginning their work. Ah, I see now. This was not here before. Oppenheimer? Okay, what are you doing here exactly? This is a little strange. Old note. The test with the last corpse was almost successful. It seems that the body didn't last more than 30 seconds. Well, that's not its fault. It was a very attractive partner. You cannot blame it for being excited. Sheriff Campbell always hated me. He said, probably because of all the dreadful jokes I tell day in and day out. He was sure that I was involved in the disappearances of the boy who was his nephew, which didn't help much. They went through my house and found some experiments with rats in the basement, which was enough to destroy all my work. All my progress has now been absolved by the foundation of the house. It's just a matter of time for me to reach perfection. Whatever kind of perfection is reached with rats is not a fun one. What about this one? After a while, a huge emptiness and depression overwhelmed me. I was lost, but it seemed that God guided him for my purpose. For a while, I was confused about the appropriate places of capitals, but never mind. He knocked on my door. His leg was bleeding profusely. I thought of bandaging it, but I felt that this visit was no mere coincidence. I started cutting his tendons. He was screaming, without knowing the greatness of his existence. I was so euphoric that slowly his heart stopped. But this event cleared my mind, and now I know what had to be done. Gosh, that's fun on a Christmas bun, isn't it? Might I leave? Yes, I might. Oh, and we're back here again. I'm rather grateful that door was locked earlier, because I did not... Oh! We'll build a fire outside, and then we'll throw Scott on it for being such an absolute arse. I'll wait for you there, you muppet. I am dehydrated, right? I'm having episodes, and I don't need anybody giving me a heart attack. For crying out loud, that scared the life out of me. That was cheap, but quite well timed, because I get it. After being thrown at, is everyone still dancing in here? No, the dance crave was past. Of that, I'm grateful. I think the reason that was so effective is they threw me down in that little room, so I thought that that's where the scary thing was going to happen, and then nothing scary happened, and they just let me leave. So I kind of thought that the spook was past. Right then, have you taken your shirt off? Or are you just wearing a colour that's very similar to your skin? No, I think you are. I found a strange room in the basement with sinister notes. I don't know if I will have the courage to sleep in the house. No one has lived in this house for decades. If the first owner was a dangerous person, he must be... What? What? If the first owner was a dangerous person, he must be in diapers or have already kicked the bucket. So he's either dead or a baby, but surely if he's the owner of a house and he's a dangerous person, he's not a baby, which kind of rules out your first supposition. I'm not sure about this. I'm not sure about anything that Scott says, but never mind. No imbecile is going to come walking to this house in the middle of nowhere because of his bloodlust. Really, because the last time somebody wanted to murder somebody, the fact that there was a little walk involved never stopped them. This only happens in movies, maybe in Los Angeles. Try to relax a bit. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Don't you think you've had a bit too much to drink? But I haven't even finished my first beer yet. This is the 10th time you have said this and you're always holding a different can. Oh dear. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Your parents are cool to give us the house. To be honest, my parents did not give me the house. They are cheapskates. They don't even know we came here. Cool! What? So we're sort of... This is the household equivalent of taking without consent? I didn't lie when I said this house is abandoned. My parents just don't care. The only thing we have to worry about is the eye collectomaniac. Very funny. While brutally murdering his victims, he likes to gouge out their eyes while they are still alive to keep as a souvenir. I heard that his favourite victims are women. Besides this, the house is the place where he made his last killing. I've never heard about it. You're making all of this up. It was a long time ago, of course. You've never heard of it. You told me it wasn't dangerous here. I was just trying to calm you down. Then why are you yammering on about this current detritus? Oh, shut up. I think I'm going to take my allergy medication. It's called punching Scott in the face with a severely angry fist. I'm tired, yes. Aren't we all? Giddy, aren't you nutters? Alright, time to go inside and nick some pills. Okay. It does quite a good job with the dialogue of these sort of 70s movies with all these irritating college students in them. Like the slashers, I feel like horror movies are less prone to use this, and the slashers are a lot more prone to use it. And it's interesting to see the divide between people, because some people want the college kids to survive, and some people, me, want to see the college kids get horrifically murdered for being annoying. So, you know, slashers have that interesting way of dividing people. Drinking on an empty stomach was not a good choice. I should eat something. Oh, okay, is there anything in the fridge? I'm not hungry. Okay, so I need to go find my medicines. Maybe my medicines are in my bag. That seems vaguely sort of reasonable place that a reasonable person would keep them if they were being reasonable, which answers the question as to why I haven't done that. I presume I have taken my medicines. All right. And now I will go and have another episode. Alrighty then. I seem to be walking through somebody's intestines, which is a new form of hiking, which is going to become very popular in the next couple of years. It's going to get all in all of the tabloids as becoming the best way to shave a few pounds off. Traipse your way through somebody else's intestines, and then get smacked in the face by a big red thing that you didn't have enough time to see because you were too busy yammering on about incoherent tripe. The medicine makes me a little sleepy. What time is it, and where is Ashley? I do not know. Perhaps they've all been murdered. Is there anything under the bed? I don't think so. Sorry, I thought I could see something, but I think it was just part of the floorboards. It was nothing to be concerned about. That was a convincing scream. Sounded like somebody screaming in the basement. Oh, that's why it was so quiet, because it came from 2 floors down. That makes a little more sense now. Sorry. I know doing screams in voice acting is very difficult. But still. Is this another Scott prank? I feel like Scott is going to jump out of this cupboard in a minute and give us additional pranks. It's actually the last thing we need on this website. I think we're finally free of them. Everything here seems to be just the same. I didn't realise before that this is shaped a lot like an altar for doing a sacrifice on. I thought it was just a work surface, but no. Okay. I love that when you come through doors, all you can see is shoulders and hair, which means you giddy on, which means you can't see, can't actually see what you're doing or where you're going. Didn't see that before. Hello, friend. How are you? This is a modern form of chandelier. Perhaps I had better go and find the others and alert them, if I can even communicate with them in their state of extreme drunkenness. Are they in here? No, they are not. Are they still outside where the, by the fireplace of boozing? I'm not really sure it's a brilliant idea to be, I must find another way out. Alright then. I'd say we could catapult ourselves out a window, but we can't, because there's no windows. Michael Myers? Stay away from me! Oh, Kitty. Oh, it is literally you. It is Kitty. So you're the manic eye collector. What? No, it doesn't even exist. I was just making fun. The only person who died in this house is my great-grandfather. He died the first day he came here, but he was old and died of a heart attack. Maybe because you ran at him. Actually ran out to the basement. I thought you would be braver. Are you kidding me? I saw her body in the basement. Are you trying to frighten me too? I am serious. She might have tripped on the stairs. Her body was hanging from the ceiling and her face had been torn off by a bear. Just go down there and see for yourself, you crackpot person. Kitty. See, for Ashley, I felt bad, right? Because she seemed like a decent sort, right? But this kid, I don't care, right? I'm quite happy for him to die, because he was a pain in my neck. Okay, I can't go through that door. Where else can I go? This door has been locked. Alrighty then. I assume... Is there the red light coming from upstairs? I don't know. I don't really think we should be walking into a building that has a red light in it, if I'm quite frank. I feel like it's a little naughty. Is there anything there? There is not. Alright. Is this door open now? Yes, it is. Spiffing. I mean, not exactly spiffing, but you know. Kitty aunt, what has done this to you? Completely annoying is what you were earlier, but I feel slightly more bad for you than I did for Scott. What are you, a parasite? No, I'm more... Oh, I just need to leave. That seems wise. That seems sensible. Oh, there's a big eyeball there before. There's multiple eyeballs. I didn't see that. There's a heart, and there's some lungs, and there are many eyeballs, and that is about the size of it, and I think I've taken one or too many pills, so I'm going to leave. Oh, giddy up. I have been piped to death. Giddy up. I'm sorry, in my defense, pipes aren't usually dangerous, right? Like spikes, or explosions, or rabid kittens are vaguely dangerous, but a load of random pipes appearing is not quite what I expected. Could you go through... Oh yeah, gotta love squiffy hitboxes. Man alive, should I try that one again? I mean, they do say third time's the charm. There we are, knew what I was doing this time. Yes, jump out the window. Finally, a hurricane protagonist who listens to me. It's about time. Ow. Ow. I don't know what I expected from jumping out a second floor window, but sheesh. I wasn't expecting it to be quite that bloody. Alright, shall I... No, I shan't get in the van because it's been eaten by the quicksand. Okay. Goodbye. I've had about enough of this and I'm leaving. Well, quite. Oh my goodness. Let's put a slightly more bored expression. There we are, for the sake of the thumbnail. It always annoys me when the nice scene comes on that I want to use for a thumbnail. I'm always putting some stupid face at the time, which means I can't actually use it. Kitty aunt, I do not like this even a little bit. I have died again. I shouldn't have spent so much time staring longingly and lovingly into its eyes. Alright, never mind. Oh dear. Well, quite. Okay, let's try that again, and this time we will be more efficient in our journey. The game's a little gentle with its sound design. Most of these sort of things I think would go for a lot louder sort of sound effects and music. But stop, please, Mr. Plumber Person, save me. There were some pipes that were trying to murder me. Thank you very much. But yeah, this game's going for slightly quieter sound design, which is curious. Darn it, the beast says. She escaped me. I must learn to run faster next time. Right then. That was bizarre and strange, but very, very true to the kind of material that I think would have inspired it, like the slasher movies we were talking about before. And I liked it. It was a little bit different. I actually was expecting the villain, the bad person, to actually be sort of a general murderous Muppet type person, like when Scott charged us. So I'm glad it went for something a little bit more creative than that, something a bit more sort of unusual and a bit surprising. And I really liked the scene at the end when we ran away and we looked at the spooky spider house creature, dominant, crazy mouth creature thing. I don't know if there was a word soup for you. Post-credit scene? Oh. On Friday morning, Max Williams, a 37-year-old plumber, was on call to fix the plumbing at a house far from town. His service van found several miles away from the scene. According to the investigation, it probably collided with a truck. Mark Williams was never found. Oh, poor Mark. Oh well, never mind. Is that it? It has been more than 20 years since the disappearance of Scott Thompson, Ashley Riviera, Brian Jones, and Amanda Martinez. According to information provided by a shopkeeper and other witnesses in town, the youngsters were spending the weekend at a nearby house. Am I actually progressing the dialogue, or is it going on its own? No. It seems that if I press escape, it moves along, but only a while after I press it. In a statement, the parents of young Scott Thomas, one of the missing, reported that they owned a house near the site but had been demolished many years ago. The documents and the police investigation at the site confirm this. You don't need a police investigation to see if a house is there or not, you just need functional eyes. During the investigation, the police found a homemade mask and a bloody knife near the rubble of the old house. The bloodstain on the knife was Scott Thompson's. Everything points to a serial killer, but even after years of searching, the suspect has never been found. Why is that a mask of a baby's face? I mean, serial killers wear weird masks, don't get me wrong, but the face of a baby is a bit weird. Even after years of investigation, the only concrete evidence the police could find was that in that place existed at some point in time. The house, indeed. I have no idea what you're talking about, but I like that. I like a little bit of sort of post-credit wrap-up. It's rather nice. So, yeah, that was simple, but quite nice. Oh, fiddlesticks, the SCART leader's gone here. Never mind. Yeah, that was good. I rather enjoyed that. I hope you did as well. I can see why people were speaking quite highly of this, because it's very nicely and professionally put together. So, thank you very much for joining me this evening, ladies and gentlemen. Look after each other, and good night.